Greetings, loyal viewers, and welcome back! Well, turns out I was correct. The Spyro game that ended up on his Badvent calendar is Spyro Orange the Cortex Conspiracy, or as he would call it, the Shit Game Conspiracy. Now, the funny thing about this game is, even though I do agree that it is utterly awful, I've only just barely played the thing. I think my only exposure to it was a good friend of mine who owned it when we were kids in elementary school, and he had it on his Game Boy Advance. He showed it to me. I think he talked about how cool it was, and when I tried a little bit, I knew even back then that this game was really bad. And I think deep down, my friend Benjamin was in denial. Which, Ben, if you're watching this, I just want you to know you're still my boy, and we'll always be friends and whatnot. But you have to come out and be honest, man. That game was an utter piece of shit. And this video is going to give you all the more reasons as to why I'm never going near it ever again. So, without further ado, let's get it on! Caddicarus presents Badvent Calendar. Ooh.
I've been a Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon fan ever since I was a little boy, so I'm
Me
sure you
too.
can imagine the pure unbridled joy I experienced when there was a crossover series released on the Game Boy Advance.
And don't get me wrong.
It was such a great time that
I agree.
Crash Purple and my sister grabbed Spyro Orange for Christmas so we could play multiplayer battles and card trade together. However, in the UK they were both known as Fusion. And all I have to say is that, well, Rosie, I'm deeply sorry you were stuck with this one. Crash Purple is not a great game.
And I'm sorry to my,
it's pretty bad, but at least
yeah.
It feels like the other GBA Crash
And I
games
also
and the
feel
minigames
bad
featured
for
feel
my
like
friend
a part
Benjamin
of the
for
universe,
owning
and are
Orange
mostly
too.
very fun despite how short they are. Spyro Orange, though, is a game that simply does not give a shit. It doesn't give a shit about Spyro fans, side-scrolling fans, minigame fans,
Yeah,
GBA fans.
pretty
It's
much.
a total anomaly of a game that doesn't even feel like a brother or sister game to the thing it was released alongside. It feels that different and really is that bad in comparison to the Crash counterpart. I mean, it's structured the same way. You have a few worlds with side-scrolling hubs to travel through in order to reach mini-games to get to a boss to finish it. But not only are the...
And as he pointed out in his review, the absolute worst thing about all of this is it was made by Vicarious Visions, the guys who would later go on, funnily enough, to develop the Insane trilogy and even helped a bit with the Reignited trilogy. So this just seems like such a I'm just glad they went on to better things after this, because this was such an insult.
Side-scrolling part's so bad to the point where it not only feels nothing like Spyro with no gliding or charging whatsoever, and even flame attacks suck ass because you essentially just make Spyro spit at everyone like an angry baby who doesn't want its mushy banana. So bosses after you do all these parts are totally pricking useless. Look at these things. I have never been more threatened. The hub worlds themselves are just filled with uninterested and repeated obstacles scattered over random, flat and boring platforms. Gems don't mean anything once you unlock all the levels that need them because all they do is let you have a random chance to gamble them and get a trading card with money bags that you might have already had before, which contribute nothing to anything in the end anyway, so why even bother wasting your time? And it gets even better once you reach the minigames. Christ, where do I start? If they aren't obscenely slow and clunky or insultingly easy, they are the exact same minigame but with different skins. No, I'm not exaggerating to be a negative Neil and rack up those controversial YouTube drama views. Look, they're the same games, just with different skins. And even better, they don't only get reused throughout the whole game constantly, but also, get this, need to be finished 3 times over in order for the ending to happen. The Cortex Conspiracy is the perfect subtitle for Spyro Orange because I'm 100% convinced this game was a conspiracy to make cash and screw over everyone else in the process. Do you feel like you need to wash your brain out after seeing some truly awful videos?
Yep. Although, a big part of me really hopes... I don't know if he made this rule clear at the beginning, as well as the whole one entry per franchise thing, but if he did, well then that sucks, because, in my opinion, I still think Enter the Dragonfly is worse, but this one was really bad too. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, and I still can't get over that this was done by Vicarious Visions. I know they can do a lot better than this. Hell, even before this game, I knew that they could do better than this. Also, I'm definitely looking forward to hoping we get a announcement trailer for Crash Team Racing, because it's pretty much all been but confirmed that that's going to be inevitable, especially with the images of people getting packages from Activision being orange fuzzy dye, you know, like those ones you hang in your car. And what's even more interesting is, and before we wrap up, what's interesting is Canadian guy even pointed this out in a recent video, but it seems like in those dye, it seems like we actually got a confirmed release day for too, which is on, I think, June 21st? I mean, it's not far-fetched since, well, the Insane Trilogy came out on June, and the ports of it were also released on June, and were also released on a Friday in June, as well as the fact that June 21st of next year is also on a Friday. So it seems like they're on a very specific kind of a Friday, June-related kind of schedule of this thing, which, hey, I'm totally fine with. I still can't wait to play it. And it'd be so awesome to finally play Crash Team Racing in Insane Trilogy's clothing. That'd be so friggin' tits. So, yeah, that's about all the time we got. If you liked the video, go ahead and comment, like, and or subscribe. And the other suggestions, leave some in the comment section below. And as always, I'm King Gargantuas, and I'll see you all next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to me if you want to see more videos like this. Follow me on Twitter at King Gargantuas if you want to know what I'm up to. Thanks again guys, and I'll see you all next time.